Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiujitsu2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I have an interesting video for you today. As you can see in my hands, I am holding an Olight Odin. This is a fabulous light. It's got low if you half press, and then if you deep press, it goes to high. Very good light. Now in this video, we're not going to be talking about the Odin. We're actually going to be talking about a brand new release, the Odin Mini. This is basically the same light, but it's lighter and shorter, running on a different battery. Now, as you can see here, right off the bat on the front, you can see that the maximum output is 1250 lumens, whereas the original Odin was 2000 lumens. So it's not as bright, but for a much smaller package, and it's pretty close to the same specs of performance. You can see here that it has a throw of 240 meters of throw, whereas the original, if I remember correctly, the throw on this one was 300 meters. Now, the ideal customer, I think, that would be looking for this Odin Mini would be somebody that might have a shotgun or a subcompact or something like that, versus somebody that needs that throw. Maybe if you're mounting this on a rifle, you might need that longer 300 meter of throw. But if you don't need that, this is definitely an option for you to look at. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, with all the Olights, the packaging is fantastic. Now let me pull this up, and feel free to pause if you want to read that. Let's get going. Here are the specs of the light. So again, feel free to pause if you wish to do so. And there's a little bit more information. Let's open this up. So the package opens just the same. Thank you for being a part of our Olight family. Your support is why we do this. Enjoy, Olight team. Now you can see here, they're talking about removing the insulation film from the tail cap switch. They're also talking about the mounting system a little bit, how that works, and then also how to connect the magnetic remote switch that has the locking function. So that's very cool. So let's take that off. And right off the bat, let's take a look at this light. I'm very excited to finally be able to share this light with you. Look at that, Odin Mini. Very cool. It's got nice logos. It's got the same mount on it that the original has. And then if you look at the head of the light, it's the same exact diameter. So the bezel diameter is 1.14 inches or 29 millimeters, and that's the same as the original. So the diameter of the light did not change at all. Now if you look at the original and you want to count the length of the light, it's 5.37 inches or 136.5 millimeters. And this new one is 4.55 inches or 115.5 millimeters. It has the same tactical tail switch that has the locking piece here. So it's a very nice looking light. It runs on a different battery. If you know, the original Odin runs on an 18650 battery, and this Odin Mini runs on an 18500 battery. So the battery is the same diameter, but it's a shorter battery. So instead of 650 in length, it's 500 in length. So there's that insulation film. We're going to take that out. And just like the previous version, the tail cap switch is built very nice. Very clean build. And let's look at the battery here. This is a proprietary battery. This is an 18500 battery. As you can see, it operates at 2000 40 milliamp hour, 3.6 volts. So that's what the battery looks like. There's the positive of the battery. And then looking over here, you can see the negative end of the battery. And if you look at the battery tube here, this is a very thick battery tube. Looking inside, you can see a spring down there. There's a better look inside the battery tube. Nice quality spring. The one thing that I don't really like that they keep doing is they're going to these proprietary batteries. So you insert the battery by putting the positive of the battery down in the flashlight towards the head, and then you can twist on the tail cap switch here. You'll notice that O-ring right there, just like previous models. When you close down the tail cap switch, you thread it down, it goes over that O-ring and creates that IPX8 waterproof standard. Now this light has the exact same impact and waterproof rating as the original. Just like the original, you can half press and get the low setting, which is 200 lumens. That'll last 5 hours. Or you can deep press and go to 1250 lumens, and that'll last 6 minutes. Then it'll drop down to 900 lumens for 11 minutes, and then it drops down to 700 lumens for 39 minutes. And then the final drop down back down to low of 200 lumens for an additional 14 minutes. This does have some very nice features to it. It's a beautiful light. Now if you look at it and you compare it to the original, let me just take off this mount here. You look at it to the original, it has the same exact mount on it. It's just a shorter light. Okay, again, that difference, 5.37 inches on the bigger one and 4.55 inches on the smaller one. And the weight, 7.62 ounces here versus 6.2 ounces. Now, if you want to do grams, that's 216 grams versus 176 grams. So it's a smaller, lighter version. And the run times are pretty good. You get 5 hours of run time on low with this one, whereas the old one you get 8 hours at 300 lumens, and this one you get 5 hours at 200 lumens. And then again on high you have all those step downs and things that I talked about. But very cool. The distance of throw on low for this one is 97 meters, and then if you put it to high you get 240 meters. Now on the original, the low throw, instead of 97 meters you get 118, and then on high, instead of getting 240 you get 300. So this is a very capable light. Very nice. Looking in the package, you can see here, let's take this foam out, see what else is included. So right here you have a little box. It's got some goodies in it. You'll be able to see right here there is a mount for the light. And everything, as always, is packaged very, very well from Olight. This mount is a little different. It mounts onto the light and then this bolts on. I like this mount better. And you can get that for the new one right here. You can get the same mount. This is basically the same thing here, just a different color. It's in black. So it's basically the same mount. So the light will slide in just like this. You push the button down and then the light will lock into place, and you can lock this by twisting it. Let me make sure that's locked in. You hear that click there, and then you twist it and you're mounted. This will fit a standard Picatinny rail, so you've got it in the lock position, or you can twist that to the unlock position, and then again the light slides right off. Very cool mounting system. Let's try to get that in there. There we go. That's what the mount looks like. Those screws, looks like they have epoxy or something on those screws. They don't want those screws to move. And then you turn this and lock that, and then it's in a good position. And then these screws will adapt to whatever you need to adapt it to. Very cool setup. I like this light, and like I said, I like the old mount better. The next thing that you see in the box, this is the MCC3 magnetic charging cable. So it'll charge 1 amp, 1.5 amp, or 2 amp, depending on what light you got. It plugs into your USB 2. So whether it's a solar panel, laptop, computer, battery bank, wall outlet, you know, in your boat, your battery, anything like that, you can charge this light. And it works very good. I like that charger a lot. It's a good charger. The last thing that you see in here is an Allen wrench and 2 bolts and 2 nuts. I'm not going to take those out of the package. Those bolts have Loctite on them. And then, of course, there's more in the package. If you get down here, pull that off, you can see the magnetic pressure switch, and then there's 2 zip ties there and the owner's manual down there in the bottom. So the pressure switch mounts exactly the same as it does on the previous version. You just, once it connects here, then you just push this towards the light and it locks that thing in place. It's very similar to this type of connection that you would see on an air compressor fitting. So the remote switch, if you push and hold, you get a momentary, or if you just push, it turns the light on. Okay, so it's very cool. Double press, double press, double. Does it have a strobe or anything? Nope. It's just on, momentary, or off, momentary, or just on. Very cool. I like this light. I think it's going to do great things. That mounting system is cool. It's magnetic, and then again, you just push this towards the light and it locks. And then to unlock it, you just pull this away from the light and everything comes undone. Very cool system. Same system that works on the original Odin. So it's the same exact pressure switch. Okay. Same thing. Just a different light. Very cool. I like it a lot. It's a good light. So I want to say thank you to Olight for sending this out for review. I'm not going to drop this thing. I'm not going to put it in water. It is IPX8 waterproof. It is impact down to 1.5 meters, and it carries pretty much the same specs as the original. So with all that being said, folks, I want to say thank you for stopping by. Hope you got some good, useful information out of this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below, like this video, share this video, and stay tuned for the upcoming flash sale where you can find this Odin Mini at a discounted price. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day, and we will see you next time. Bye for now, folks.